To Mr. Giant Reacts a Tigger. We're going to listen to a young lady here sing, Aleksandra Prijović, and it's another. I can always do that. It's another love song. Let's go ahead and YouTube a Sip Simmer and listen to this young lady. See what the voice and emotion is all about. Let's go.
Kažu mi da si srećan, blago tebi.
Nice and
Ožiljak ti
pure,
nije
innocent song and voice.
Kažu mi da je lepa, obišli ste pola sveta, a ja još iz ove sobe nisam maknula.
Rainy day vibe.
Čekaš sina, hvala Bogu, a ja živim da preživim koliko mogu. Kažu svašta tamo neki, al tebi još nisu rekli. Nema me od trena
Pure voice, pure voice.
Sve po starom, moja rano, opet kreću ratovi, negde tamo. Život mi je svega dao, a ja bih tebe samo. Sve po starom, dan za danom.
She can't help but sing too, huh?
Život mi je svega dao, a ja bih tebe samo.
That's a perfect example of the voice being used as an instrument. You know what I mean? Minimal backup music, just her singing it. Her voice just seems so. It's not crisp in the sense of hard crisp. It's a soft kind of a crisp. Her voice gives the same feeling as, let's say, like a Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan has got like a harsh sort of a, punch to it. Hers has got a soft punch to it, you know what I mean? It hits you, but it's not an edgy type of a hit. Shaka Khan's got an edgy type of a hit to her voice, you know what I mean? This is a whole different type of vibe there. It's like a nice, quiet, rainy day when you're reflecting type of voice. It's got like a pure sound to it too. And it doesn't sound electronic like the others do. She's got a great voice, a definitely great voice. No, the theme of getting over people is a lot in Balkan music, it seems, you know what I mean? And here's how I see it, okay? If I'm not just merely thinking of them, I'm talking about really thinking about them. If them moving on, having a life, having a family is affecting you, then you're not looking at yourself, you're looking at them. You're looking at them going, what if with them, but not what if with you. They say it's like a fantasy. It's not a fantasy per se that's in your head. It's just, man, some people get stuck, and let me rephrase that. Everybody gets stuck in that situation after a breakup for a little bit, but you have to wake up, because here's the thing. It feels good thinking about it. The what is, oh man, that would be so great and stuff. But the reality is it isn't there. So it feels good to think about it to a certain degree, but it's really painful to think about it because it can't be. And once we get to that point where we know it can't be, I think that's going to be the vibe there. Understand what I mean? That's when the turnaround is going to happen. But if you're sitting there looking at what they're doing, thinking about what they're doing, being slighted if they do something that didn't, that doesn't involve you and stuff like that. That's you thinking of them. You're not even thinking of yourself then. And you got to get to the point where, you have to start thinking of you. And it's hard for some people to get there. It's hard for everybody to get there, actually, especially the type of feelings that come out of it. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not the type of person to just forget somebody and move on. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to let it dominate the way I think. I'm still going to be out there doing my stuff, and I'm going to be engrossed and focused on what I'm doing. Because what you do in the moment is what's going to solidify what comes next to a certain degree. You don't have control over it, but you could steer it in a certain direction. That's the thing about life and living. You know what I mean? And that's the horror of, and I say horror because it could be the horror of getting stuck on someone that's already moving on, doing their own thing. You have absolutely no control over that situation, like none. None. They're not thinking about you. They're gone. They're probably going to come back because I've had people come back later. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't understand. If you decide that it's better out there and you decide to move on, and then later on you decide, oh, well, this ain't working out, I'm going back. Some people might romanticize it and think, hey, they came to their senses and they're back. But you have to kind of look at why they're coming back, Are they coming back because it's comfortable? It's got nothing to do with you. It's got everything to do with how they feel comfortable around you. Are they coming back because they really love you? That, I think, is a rare case right there, that they come back because they love you. They come back because they realize they make a mistake and they are settling for you because you was good to them. Man, that's jacked up to think. Do they genuinely come back, or they just coming back to settle? And I don't understand people who they know they like you. They know you're the vibe. But they act silly and then they go out and date and date and date and do this and do that and then come back. I've seen the light. No, you ain't seen no bloody light. I'm sorry, man. Because I'm not going to be able to trust you. There's no way I'll be able to trust you. If you didn't feel it then and there, like somebody had commented, had said that it's as simple. He said, you're out. And you could blame the male or the female for that, but, it's just everybody in the situation. The thing is, if somebody likes you and they're putting in effort and you're not putting in effort, I just move on. And I'm not saying people doesn't get, a little bit not confused, but wondering if this is the right thing for them. But there's a difference between paying attention and wondering if this is the right thing for them and dealing with that person instead of looking elsewhere and dating other people to see if this person is the right person for you. How are you going to figure out if that person is the right person if you're not dealing with them and you're dealing with other people? You just can't. So that's why I said that person is out there dating and moving on. They probably sometimes not moving on, but they're just looking around to see if they're doing the right thing. Going to somebody else is not going to make you see if you're doing the right thing with this person. You have to figure it out on your own, by yourself, without anybody else influencing it. Because the next person, the other people you're dealing with, they want you to be with them. So they're going to do everything in their power to have you be with them. Doesn't mean, and especially if they know there's somebody else in the mix, they're going to try even harder. And a lot of people, even though they skeptical of the situation and don't really want to get into that situation. They're going to try harder to get you because it's a matter of winning then. And once they win you over, then they start thinking, man, if I had to fight this hard to get her and she's entertaining other people, what is stopping her or him from doing that while we're together? So that's that doubt right off the bat. So either you deal with the person and then come to a conclusion and not deal with anybody else, because you wouldn't be able to find out anything if you haven't had anybody else there. You're just not. Everybody's trying to convince you. That's that outside noise I'm talking about there. So you have to pay attention to the person who's actually paying attention to you. If you're not interested, just tell them you're not interested. Don't go, well, let me see what's going to happen here. Let me see what's going to happen there. That's not how that works. You pay attention to the person and you try to build something there. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, it works. We just keep doing dumb stuff. You know what I mean? You know, I'll try to see if she's all right. I'll see if he's all right. This person really likes me, but I don't know how I feel about them yet. So I'll just test everything else. Well, you get out of here with that stuff. You understand what I mean? You dating other people, go on. You flirting with other people, go on. You talking to other people, go on. I don't have time for all of that game playing there. You're not getting to know me because you're not paying attention to me. Because your mind is all over the place with all different type of other people. The roster. Yeah, keep your roster. Go somewhere else with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this song. You all take care of each other. You understand? Comment down below. Tell me what you think. In the meantime, you all take care of each other. Let's keep the love in the world, okay?